Hi everyone, a little bit wonky this morning. Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, just turn my pages, it's great to have you. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me. So today's video, I'm going to do a Flosstube update where I share with you what I've been working on over the last 7 days. I have 7 projects to share with you, 6 regular, 1 new start, and I have done a total of 10,010 stitches. Cool. Well, we'll see how I got to that figure a little bit later. I've also got some stats to share with you as well. And I've just realised I've forgotten my book, so let me just grab that, because this is our first Flosstube of August, so I can share with you where I am up to on my aim of 500,000 stitches and share with you those statistics. But yeah, I have got 7 projects. I've also got later on some thank yous to do and 1 or 2 other bits to share. Life update, what's going to happen next week, and you know, and yeah, what's coming up next on the channel. I can't even speak today. I'm on annual leave this week, so I'm a little bit earlier filming this. I'm not quite awake yet, I don't think, even though it is like 11:30 in the morning. But again, that's another story. Let me grab my book and then we'll crack on and I'll show you what we've been doing. Okay, right, so let's first of all look at the July up to the end of July stats. So if you've been watching me for anything more than a minute, you will know that I have at the start of the year I have an aim to reach 500,000 stitches by the end of this year. So every month, every day I log my full coverage stitches, and every month I see how many I need to do during that month to stay on track to get to that 500,000 mark. So as I came into July, I had done 254,245 stitches. In order to meet my aim to get to 500,000 by the end of July, I needed to be at 290,108. And I absolutely smashed that one out of the park, because at the end of July, by the last day, I had reached 296,784 stitches. So I am 6,600 stitches plus ahead. So I've got some stitches in the bank, which is going to be very useful. So also, as it stands on the 2nd of August, I did cross over the 300,000 stitches mark, and as of the end of the day, the end of yesterday, the 3rd of August, Sunday, my week runs from Monday to Sunday. So at the end of Sunday, I had actually done 302,284 stitches this year, so I am definitely on target to get to that 500,000, which is a good thing. I did something and I'm not quite sure if I should have done it, if I'm honest with you. So I have a spreadsheet because I use my phone to film, and I have a spreadsheet. So on that spreadsheet, I've got all of my projects listed, and the spreadsheet is set up so it can give me the percentage there on my spreadsheet without having to worry about, trying to get into StitchPal or looking in my book, or, you know, looking on Pattern Keeper or whatever. It's literally sort of just there. So the spreadsheet is set out where I've got the name of the pattern down on the left hand side. The next column is the total stitches in that pattern. The next column is the total stitches completed. The next column is these total stitches remaining, and then the 5th column is the percentage complete. So not including Ice Dragon and also not including my new start, I was able to calculate on the 24th 25 projects, 24 projects actually. Well, that actually now 24, because I had 25 that I straggled into paper chart. So on the 24 patterns, not including my new start, I calculated how many stitches I got remaining on just on those patterns, and I kind of wished I hadn't done it, but I did, and here we are. So on my supersized max colours, on my Lord of the Rings pieces, on all my Geckorouges and all my other projects I've got going, I still have, just on the current projects, 5,287,829 stitches as of the 1st of August. So I have 5 million pending stitches. If I keep going with the 500,000 a year, that is enough for the next 10 years. Andy says I have to stitch faster. I'll try. But anyway, I was absolutely mind blown by that figure, and I was kind of, you know, I was like, I would like to know what I've got. And then I was like, oh, should I really have done that? And bear in mind, I have 24 projects. You know, I know Flosstubers out there who have 60 projects, 100 projects, 300 projects. I dread to think. I'm just quite glad that I'm only at 24. And hopefully we're going to, you know, keep chipping away and reducing down on that. So, yes, mind blown, really, with that. But let's show you what I've been stitching on this week. As I said, I have worked on 7 projects. One of which is a new start, which we'll get to later. But first things first, we had a Stitch With Me this week, and it had this piece on it. This is my Lord of the Rings stained glass. I got it from Etsy. It was a gift to myself for a birthday a couple of years back. And I'm colour completing this one, doing the black first. So, this one, I am stitching it on some 18 count Ada 2/1, 2/1 full cross. And if you remember last time, I've been working on these stained glass windows at the bottom. I've already done Legolas, and I've been working on Aragorn. So I've done 1,000 stitches and this is Aragorn now. So I filled in some more of him around his sort of shoulder area on my Stitch With Me, and then as soon as I finished filming, I just went to some block stitching and I got in 1,000 stitches. Can't show the whole thing, it is literally as tall as me, but yeah. So the bottom half now, we have Legolas and Aragorn. I have 3 more stained glasses to go, but I am happy enough with that. 1,000 up on that piece. So that is the first one. So it's gone from 15.92 to 16.2%. If I do forget to tell you the stitch count or where it's from, not the stitch count, the fabric count and where it's from and all that, information's in the description box below. So that was that one. So the next piece that I worked on is a Geckorouge, and it is this piece. This is Tower Bridge, and it's by Sophie Kilpatrick, and it's the companion piece to my Night Orange London. This one was also out on a Stitch With Me this week. No, it's the wrong one. And it's had 1,000 stitches. So with this one, I did a centre start around the tower of the bridge. I've added 1,000 stitches. If I can get this piece the right way up, that would help. And it's stitched on some 25 count even weave, easy count, 1/1 full cross. So yeah, it's had 1,000 stitches. So that is the as you're looking at the central pier of the Tower Bridge. So all of this is now complete. From sort of here up is complete, the actual tower. So I've been working on some background and heading towards the right hand side. So yeah, 1,000 stitches, 2.78 to 3.59%. So happy enough with that. So let me just see which one is my Tower Bridge bag. That one. I was trying to clear up when I'm doing my floss tubes and put things away. So that is that one. Okay, so the next piece I've worked on is another Geckorouge, and this came out just for some normal rotation stitches. This is Bizarre Bookshelf, and it's a Colin Thompson. Obviously charted and kitted by Geckorouge. I did a top left start. It was one of the earlier new starts this year. And again, this piece is being worked 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. It's had 1,000 stitches, 1.55 to 1.79%. And I got in a lot of this red bookshelf and this sort of section here. I'm just sort of trying to level out the rows that I'm stitching. But yeah, another 1,000 in. I just keep chipping away. So that is my Bizarre Bookshelf. The bag for this one as well. It's absolutely full of thread. I mean, this is the Bizarre Bookshelf thread pack. It's just huge. So let's get that in there. And Bizarre Bookshelf. Actual work itself. And that is that. Got a hair knocking around now. Yeah, kitty glitter as well. Have a quick drink. Talking away, it's thirsty work. Okay, so my Sunday stitch this week was again another Geckorouge piece. So 3 out of 4 rotation pieces this week were Geckorouge, and it was coastal. And this is by Roseanne Bell, charted and kitted by Geckorouge. I think that this is currently on a budget pick. So if you are interested in getting this kit at a reduced price, go and check out Geckorouge straight away. I don't know how long the budget picks are going to be there for. They can be there for a couple of days, they can be there for a week. It depends on, they put a certain number out, and it depends on how quick they sell them. So if coastal is something that you're interested in, go now. So this piece was my Sunday stitch, so it did have a bit more, and it was also out on my live stream last night. Again, stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. And it's a top left start, this one, and I did 1,800 stitches. And as you can see now, we're getting some of those grasses coming in. Just move the threads down. There we go. Get some grasses coming in. So it's very colourful. The blues are just gorgeous in it. And this has gone from 3.61 to 4.81%. And because it's a sea theme, it's a sea theme bag. But yeah, 1,800 stitches in. Apologies. That does sound like some sort of common thing. 1,800 stitches in. It's great progress. I'm satisfied. What have we done here? There. Yeah, and another great week's work on that. Okay, so the next one is not on Pattern Keeper, and as you guys know, in my Facebook group, details below, I have a monthly stitch along. This month is Pleasure or Pain for August, so a piece that you really, really love stitching, or a piece that frustrates you for one reason or another. It can be thread, fabric, pattern, confetti, whatever. you know, or need to get it finished. But last month was Christmas in July, winter in July. I was using my Christmas piece for my focus for finish, so I opted for a winter piece, and I aim to get in 100 stitches per day on this piece. This is Ice Dragon, and it's by Nadezhda Gavrilenkova, Tatiana Verkovskaya, and it's kitted by Paine Free Crafts. Picked it up at the Big Stitch. I think, I couldn't swear to it because I can't remember. I posted it on TikTok, but it's ticked on my phone. And I also, oh, actually I might have posted it in the group as well. Let me have a look. I can't remember how many stitches I got in. But let me see, because I did post it in the event. I had the foresight to post it in the event. And of course it's not on Pattern Keeper, so I can't give an accurate percentage, and I can't even add those stitches to my remaining stitches because I don't know how many there are. Where is it? Okay, come on, Ice Dragon, where are you? There we go, Ice Dragon. Okay, so the 31 days that I worked on it during July, I also did a monthly sort of day on it, you know, the monthly rotation stitch day, and I completed 4,239 stitches in July on it. So for the last few days of July, I got another 410 stitches. This one is stitched 2/1 full cross on some 27 count black even weave. So I'm just moving the park threads and putting a piece behind so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, 2/1 black even weave, full cross, and at the end of the month we are there. So we completed the 2 pages here, and we started on the next one and got in a significant amount of stitches, as you can see. But yeah, I got a lot of progress in for the month, and I'm keeping this one out because my next piece that I'm going to show you is my new start, and if I get it finished before the month end, this one comes back out. So that is Ice Dragon, and as I said, I'm super happy with the progress I made in it last month. Just put my pattern page on it so I don't lose it, and my front cover as well, may as well. There we go. So yeah, 410 stitches in on that to take it to the month end. So let me show you what I'm working on this month. So I've had a new start. It's an additional start. It's not one of my planned ones or anything like that. My one of my work colleagues, her daughter is getting married, and you know, I was talking to her about it. We were talking about stitching, and the words wedding sampler came up, and I asked on my group for some ideas, and then I took them to her, and she had something completely different in mind. As is, you know. So I went to Etsy and I found this piece. So this is the mock-up. So it says adventure awaits, and it gives the dates and the names, and it's the world with a sort of heart shape around it. They also have 2 children, so I will also be putting the names of their children on it as well, because they are going to be obviously involved in the wedding ceremony. So this piece has, I think, about 5,700 stitches. Let me just grab it because it's on Pattern Keeper. The seller on Etsy, if you're interested, is Nikki Pattern, spelt Nikki. Nikki Pattern on Etsy. 5,795 stitches, so it's not huge, and I'm going to try and put in around 200 stitches a day. Today's the 4th of August, we're 4 days in. I've already put 800 stitches in. I'm stitching it 2/1 on some 14 count, and as you can see there already, we've got some of the bare bones done. 13.81% complete so far. Fluff. So those figures, though, the numbers do not include the names and the dates, so I've got to sort that out and add those on. But yeah, so I got cracked on with this one, and I'm 800 stitches in. I'm going to, like I said, try and do around 200 a day if I can. If I can, great. If not, no harm. But if I do it at 200 stitches a day, it should be finished before the end of the month. So that's that. So the last piece that I've worked on this week is my focus for a finish. Gecko cat. There we go. Here comes Hannah.
Are you trying to kill me?
Yes.
I owe you it.
So this is the Geckorouge Christmas cat, and it's my current focus for a finish. I've been working quite hard on this one. Hannah and I are going away for a couple of days this week, and I'm taking it with me.
Yeah, you're trying to kill me, and I'm taking you to a couple of days away.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I know, it's awful, isn't it? So, as you guys will know, as I've been stitching, the cat's going nuts. Hannah's down. Lauren's coming down now. Hi, Lauren. As I've been, working away on this one, it's got on the outside of the cat there, it's got the snowflakes. Not gonna lie, I've been quite obsessed with getting these. She's not got glasses on or anything. Good morning.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
You look tired.
I'm
tired?
I'm good.
Okay. Quite obsessed with getting the snowflakes finished, and I am now on snowflake number 6 out of 7. This piece has moved from 45.8 to 57.39% and had 4,000 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. I finished number 4. I've completed number 5. We're into snowflake arm number 6. There's one more left, and then I'm going to start here. On my live stream, we gave her some more face, so as you can see from there upwards, face is complete, and I plan on doing this bit of face last. So yeah, and obviously I've got the rest of the body to fill in, and I've got the tail to do as well. So yeah, 4,000 stitches on this one this week. In fact, let me just plot and have a look to see how many stitches left. Christmas cat. I've done 19,800, so let me just...
normal cat.
Yes, I'm talking. Come on. 19,800. Which leaves me with 14,699 stitches left. So it probably, current rate, will be about 3 weeks for this one to be done. So we're looking at the last Wednesday stream in August, potentially, for this one to be completed on. But I am super happy with how it's looking because, as I said, I'm almost at 60% now. And once I've finished that, I can get another new start, and then the sampler will be finished quite quickly, and that will also provide the first finish towards the next new start, because new starts are the way to go, aren't they? Okay, no haul this week. I will be doing an unboxing. So I did mention last week I got 2 kits coming from Geckorouge. They have now arrived, so I will be doing an unboxing for those and reveal what they are. So that will probably go out Wednesday in place of my live stream, because there will be no live stream this week with me and Hannah being away. So what's coming up on the channel this week as we're talking about that? So there will be Stitch With Me, which will have B there. That will be released on Thursday as usual, and on Saturday the Stitch With Me will be with Evelina. It's been a while. Selling Fairy will also get some rotation stitches this week, but that would normally fall on Friday, Saturday. She would normally be my Friday, Saturday stitch. So what I'll probably do is get those done either today or tomorrow. And then my Sunday stitch this week will be Daughter of the Deep. And of course I will continue to work on a wedding sampler, and I will continue to work on Christmas Cat in between as well. So I've got a lot to do. Haven't I? I've got some thank yous to say. I have had some shout outs, and you know, I do want to, you know, acknowledge those, as I said before. So I did have a shout out from Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery. Congratulations on getting to your 500 subscriber mark, by the way, Steph. It's fantastic. Thank you for giving me a shout out. Siske also gave me a shout out as well. Thank you, Siske. Kay Stitchy Pfeiffer as well, and Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus. So all of those ladies, do hop over and give them your support as well. So thank you very much indeed for the shout outs. So that is all the stitching news. I am you know, that is everything I've got to share in relation to stitching. So I will do a little life update now. So if you're not bothered about that, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next week for more stitchy stuff. But yes, life, Jim, but not as we know it. Can I share your good news? Lauren and I went to weight loss last week. I stayed the same, which I'm not unhappy about. I'm not delighted about, but I'm not unhappy about. Because staying the same is better than a gain. However, this one only went and smashed it. She lost another £5. Quite how, I don't know. I think she must have had an emergency amputation. She's now lost 10% of her body weight, her starting body weight, and she's doing an amazing job. So I'm super proud of her. I couldn't be any more proud of her, you know, for how she's done. So, as I said, me and Hannah are away this week, so I will be getting in lots of walking. Whether I'll be on plan or not is debatable, because obviously we're away. So it might not be as easy, but I'll certainly aim to stick where possible. So another thing that's been happening with me just recently as well, is I think all of these things are tied in. So I mentioned last week about my ex-husband and I reaching an agreement in relation to this house. So we're getting the wheels in motion for that. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed as well, by the way. It truly is appreciated, because the more people that subscribe, that like, that add a comment, the more visibility I get. I'm a monetized channel, and literally every penny helps at the moment. So thank you for that. Thank you also to those of you who have donated via Buy Me a Coffee. That is such appreciated. I can't even tell you. My Buy Me a Coffee money is ring fenced for stitching and framing, but obviously as at the minute it has been borrowed for everything that's going on with the ex-husband. So potentially as a result of all of that going on, potentially as a result of my age, I'm having a little difficulty with sleep at the moment. A couple of times now I've been wide awake at 3 AM. So after having 4 hours of sleep, I've been downstairs. Whether it's because of my age and hormones, I don't know. Whether it's just because things are on my mind, I don't know. But Friday morning I was down here stitching Bizarre Bookshelf at 4 AM, and I confused the heck out of our cat. She thought that she was going to be fed. Sunday morning was the same thing, although I opted to stay in bed and at least just close my eyes and rest, because I didn't really want to be getting up at that time again. I think as well, with everything that went on last weekend with my stepdad and things, you know, I'm still a bit anxious, I suppose, about all of that. Luckily, my stepdad is home now. He came and had his dinner yesterday. Hannah described him as definitely on the mend because he's swearing at the telly. So, and when he came yesterday, he was absolutely fine. He was chipper, you know, and he was back to himself. So yeah, just so much going on. My head is literally whirling. So stitching is more important than anything right now because it's very grounding. It keeps me, you know, grounded. It keeps me focused on something, and doesn't take my attention away, doesn't make me forget, but it helps me to sit and think about things and get them making sense in my head, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that over the next few weeks that things will settle even more. We are very nearly there in terms of funds required for the buyout. And once that's over, then I can actually start and do things for me, for us as a family. Because I do have plans, I do have things I want to do. Ultimately, I would love to work for myself, but at the minute I can't. I would love to do some other things, but at the minute I can't because the financial impact would be felt. So, but there we go. But I think that's everything. I just want to quickly run through the description box below. So in the box below, you'll find a number of things. You'll find all the details of everything that I'm working on. You will find links to buy me a coffee, to my other socials. I'm on TikTok as well, so you can search me on TikTok. I'll see if I can work out how to put a link in. I've been saying that, but I just haven't done it yet. I hit 250 followers on TikTok.
Really?
So if you are on TikTok, come find me. Facebook group Simply a Stitch and Friends has hit a milestone of 600 members, which I am thoroughly happy about. But you know, this is a no drama group. It is a safe space for everybody. It's not flooded with advertising, you know, that kind of thing. So if that is your thing, go and click on the link below and answer the couple of joining questions and come and join us. Come and join us for the monthly stitch alongs. So last month, as I said, was Christmas or Jolly July, Winter in July. This month is Pleasure or Pain. So the piece that you really, really, really want to stitch, or the piece that you really, really don't want to stitch. Next month, the theme, I've already been asked about this, but only just in August. But I was already asked about September, and the theme for September monthly sal will be Sunflower September. So you can use the prompt and interpret it in any way that you wish. So it can be a sunflower piece, a sun piece, a flower piece, a piece from Sunflower Stitches, a piece that has sunflower colours in it. And it doesn't matter, whatever kind of tenuous link you can put to a sunflower, you put the, you know, that's the prompt for next month. So, you know, do come and join us, you know, for that as well. So I'm going to end up with my usual standard reminders. 3 videos coming up on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My Flosstube comes out as ever on a Tuesday. Stitch with Me's on Thursdays and Saturdays. And I live stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 p.m. UK time. However, I will not be live streaming tomorrow, the 6th of August, because I will not be here. So thank you guys very much indeed for watching. It truly is appreciated. Do leave a like, do leave a comment. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. It is free. And all that's really left to say from both of us is thank you very much for watching. Take care, happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one.
In a bit.
Bye bye for now.